This might look like a regular fast food box from McDonald's, but this is actually a new toy and it's sought after all around the world. But before we open this up, I want to show you my favorite Jollibee toy, because I think here in the Philippines, Jollibee make the best toys, especially now that McDonald's is converted to cardboard. So this here is actually a two-way radio, or a walkie-talkie. Radio check 1 2. Jollibee, do you read? Radio check 1 2. Anyway, that's enough about Jollibee. Let's go back to the new toy from McDonald's. Now, if you were watching closely earlier, you may have already noticed a logo on the box that kind of gives it away. Tetris. That's right, McDonald's actually released their own game console. Could you call it like a Game Boy, similar to a Game Boy? It only plays one game, Tetris, but it is actually officially licensed, which I guess is obvious considering this is from McDonald's. Here's the thing, look at the back. Do you notice that it's in Chinese? The reason for that is they only sold this in China. So in China, you could buy this for the equivalent of around $4 US. But if you buy this in the US, the UK, Europe, you're looking at around $20 to $30 plus your shipping and your imports and everything like that. So it's very cheap if you bought it in China, but not so cheap if you bought it in other parts of the world. Oh, and in case you didn't realize, this is meant to look like a chicken nugget. So let's go ahead and turn it on. I'll let the focus. Now that music would keep playing over and over again until you start the game, and then the music turns off. So you have the licensed Tetris music, you have the licensed Tetris game, and the controls are actually not that bad. So I think this angle is okay. You can hear that there are sound effects even if there's no music. We're going to turn those off because I find them a little bit annoying. Now, how good is it actually as a game of Tetris? Well, it's pretty good. You do have the rapid drop by pressing the up button. It does give you some time to move stuff around. Look, even though I dropped it, it gave me a little bit of time to move it. So if you make a mistake, you have a little bit of wiggle room. But there are a few things that I really dislike about this. For example, see this straight piece? I cannot turn it. Why? Because you have to wait until it falls down. I think 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you have to wait for it to drop 3 blocks. Now, considering we have quite a small play area in the first place, that becomes a big problem later when you're near the top and you just cannot turn this until it drops a certain distance. Another thing is, I've been playing a lot of other Tetris games lately, and I find the narrowness of this, how many columns there are, it's a little bit difficult. I get thrown off because I think there's a 2 space and actually it's just a 1 space. But honestly, it is a pretty good version of Tetris. It just has a few quirks that you kind of have to get used to. You cannot play it super fast because when you drop something, it gives you so long to move it. You see that? So you can't play it super fast, but it's pretty fun overall. There is no backlight, so I think you can pretty much forget about playing with it at night. But it's pretty fun. Honestly, it's pretty fun. And this sold in China for like the equivalent of $4. I really messed up here by setting up blocking this, but I can fix it. It's not like a big deal. Look, this is the annoying thing. I cannot turn those until it gets to a certain thing. Anyway, let's clean up my mess. Ugh. So there you go. Honestly, it's pretty fun. There are some other quirks that I found. For example, if I turn it on, you get the standard Tetris text that's scrolling, right? If you press up and then turn it off, the next time you turn it on, you will not get the Tetris effect. What you will get is this. And you will not be able to fix it until you physically turn off the power here, turn it back on again, and now you have the Tetris effect. And I was sitting there for a long time thinking, why would they do that? Why would they make it that if you press up, all you're going to get next time is a black screen? And what I think it is a test mode to see if the memory is working, because it does save your high score. So imagine you're working in a factory and they say, okay, I want you to quality check every single one, make sure the memory is working. Well, that's a simple way, isn't it? They turn it on, they press up, and then they turn it off, turn it on, they get a black screen. If they got a black screen, they know the memory is working. So, I don't know, maybe that sounds too techie, but I think that's really the situation. It also comes with these stickers which you can use to decorate your chicken nugget. Obviously I haven't done that, and I don't think I will because I don't really like the stickers, to be honest. Now I was thinking, McDonald's has gone like eco-friendly and they're doing cardboard toys and they absolutely suck. Imagine if McDonald's made something like this, and every time you get a Happy Meal, they connect it in the store, and then they put another game on here, right? And then, for example, you get one game a month with every Happy Meal. Wouldn't that be cool? And at least then it's still like kind of eco-friendly because you have one device which is constantly being updated with a new game or an extra game. Actually, I spent like an hour, 2 hours sitting there thinking like, how would you do it? How would you get the staff to do it? What would be the backup if something goes wrong? Could you have some kind of code system based on a serial number so that you can print out something to redeem it online? And I put a lot of thought into it, but I don't think we're ever going to see it happen. It's just a dream, really. A lot of people were commenting that they find it absolutely amazing that they could sell this for $4 or the equivalent of. Well, this one here sells for 200 pesos in the Philippines, so this is actually cheaper. It has a color screen, it has a lithium battery instead of regular alkaline batteries, and it has a lot more games on it. But then the big problem, of course, this is most likely not licensed. I would assume this is not licensed, whereas this one, obviously McDonald's is paying a licensing fee. What I would prefer to use and buy is something like this, the RG35XX. This thing is absolutely beautiful. The way it works, the screen, just the whole setup. This is the game that I actually like to play. It's like Tetris, but on steroids. Now, one of the interesting things about this is I can rotate anti-clockwise or clockwise. Now, for a lot of players that won't matter, but if you study and learn, you can actually work out by default without even thinking about it, okay, I should rotate it this way or I should rotate it that way, and you know which way is going to be quickest, whether you go clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now, of course, this console is not only for this game, this can play a whole bunch of different games. And this video is not about this. I just wanted to show you that this is my preferred way of playing Tetris, although the McDonald's one can be kind of fun. So that pretty much sums up the video. Very quick, not super detailed. I just wanted to show you this because I found it pretty cool and a lot of things came to my mind about what they could do with something like this. I'm curious, what's your favorite McDonald's or Jollibee toy? Or if you're in another country and you have something similar, what kind of toys have you come across? Thanks for watching.